Hello everyone, Mr. Simple Majority here. I'm moving Tier 3 things into play. Yeah, got a big loan in play too, so... Alright, so this is probably the most annoying... Oh, I gotta close that up, get that closer to the ground. So this is probably the most annoying thing you're gonna do in the game. Is the... Oh. How's that look? Whoa, whoa, no. Ah, darn it. Yeah, this is probably about the most annoying part, is trying to move stuff into position and get it the way you want it to. That looks pretty good, actually. I'd like to have it go a little further to the left. Don't worry, we're going to cover all this today. Now, I actually did buy... I was trying to do this all in one shot, but we'll cover the... whatchamacallit here. We'll cover everything you're going to need to get this done. Right now, shh, I'm trying to move stuff around. There we go. It's good. Right there. Okay. Whoa, wait. Stop. Ah! Stop. Down. Oh, wow. That went way down. Alright, we good now? It looks like we're good. Okay, so to move these objects around, you're going to need a big excavator, which I've painted mine camouflaged, so I can lose it. You also need these cables you buy in the equipment store. There are 3 versions of this. We have the 4 meter, this one's the 5 meter, and then the 7 meter. So if you're not hooking onto something because it's like saying you don't have enough length, then you'll need to get into the cable. We're going to show the unhooking process. When you unhook them, simply fall off the back of it like, the fool that you are. Then climb and jump, rappel off of it. No. Simply grab the eyelet and then drop the cable facing the tractor. So that way when we back away, this cable won't hook onto it and start yanking it. So there we go. Oh. And then smash it with the whatchamacallit. There we go. Slowly back away. Don't pull too hard or fast, just in case. There we go. And there we go. Cool. So this machine is a mobile fuel bay, basically. You access it by the door here, and you'll go ahead and fill up. We're going to do that. It's going to cost right about just almost $20,000. And it will be delivered at midnight, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. It has a nifty little fuel handle right here, and the reason I put it here is so that I can bring my truck and fuel trailer. After I forget to turn it on, I can bring the truck and fuel trailer up in through here to get fuel. So what I want to do is position this in such a manner and not hit it, but like that-ish. Yeah. I want to park it right here, so that way I know where I'm going to be parking my generator. So actually, before we go off, let's grab the generator, because that's the next step. And let's look at what we're building today. Alright, so under transport, we'll go ahead and move the big power generator in. It's going to cost $2,000 to transport. There we go. And what we bought and what we're going to need today is, I'll start up here. I bought the conveyor system. So we have the belt container and the conveyor belt itself. Bought the duplex jig. Let's start down here. So we need 2 T-DJ sluice boxes. And then that means we also need 2 duplex jigs, which we have. We need the shaker, an S-Rock sluice box, an ST sluice box, and a regular trommel, as well as a big power generator. And I think that's all we bought, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's all we got there. Also, we'll need a vehicle, which we already have, which I'm going to be using the dump truck. It's very expensive, and it took a lot of gold to dig up to get there, but yeah, we're there. You could also use a front end loader, but I don't have too much luck with it. We will eventually buy this, but not right now. Now, it doesn't matter whether you spawn in 1 item or 2 items or 15 items at once. You have to pay for each item transported individually. So, let's get that back like that. Okay. And let's go ahead and head over there. Oh! Okay. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh, man, I just can't win for losing. Let's... There. Alright, let's grab you. There we go. Put you here for the moment. Oh, I just kind of knew that was going to happen. I got everything the way I want it, and then, yep. It had to bork on me. There we go. And let's grab that one, just to make sure. That's hilarious. Alright. Let's put you back where we had you at. God dog it, I had you perfectly positioned, too. I want a little bit of a gap, enough that I can get in and out type thing. There. Like, right... Like a little bit more like over this way. I'm just thinking like a corridor's length would be perfect. There. That's perfect. Okay. That's hilarious. We are driving still? Yeah. Let's go ahead and lower that down so we can connect these back up. Oops. Just press E. It doesn't matter. You don't need to hook it to anything, just need to basically drop it. There we go. So I use the 5 meters generally because they're pretty much everything I've done so far has been on 5 meter. So let's bring you up off the ground. Why don't we do this? This is going to be an episode that's going to require a lot of time and editing and a bunch of edits. So you see my pit over there? Why don't we come back once I'm over at the power generator? Alright guys, we're here at the power generator. And I pulled around to the other side because you need to make sure you position things. So at the fuel tank, we know where the fuel handle is. Well, here's the fuel input for this generator. So I want this on the same side as that nozzle. So if I were to pick it up, coming like we did straight up to it like this, then we wouldn't be able to hit onto it. We'd have to flip it around eventually. So basically I want the power connectors facing the tractor. So let's hop up the ladder here. We're going to need to fall off. There we go. So what we need to do is basically grab these, reconnect, and drop them onto their eyelets. And by the way, if you think, well, I could just flip these cables around type thing and it'll untangle itself. No, they don't. I tried that before. So you want to kind of really make sure you get this lined up the way you want it when you pull it. And it requires some thought. All right, there we go. There's the inside of that. All right, so transport these things. Let's start up. So you'll need to use both arms to do this, to get it off the ground. And don't be surprised. See there, it doesn't give you very much. You also need to open your bucket as well to pull it up high enough to get it moving. Now notice it swings a lot. Be cautious and watch your controls, your control system. Make sure you're on the driving when you want to drive and digging when you want to swing in position. Now, I want to stay like this camera. If you need to, you can always use the bucket cam or even the boom cam. At least the bucket cam, you can actually move it and like see. So I can like go like that and I can see over the other side where the pickup is. Now when we position this, I want to put it so we're getting hooked up on the hills and such. This is just one of those things you're just going to have to take your time, kind of swing it a little bit. The game does warn you that it can break, so be careful with that. These cables, but I've never seen the cables break. In fact, I can turn this way a bit. I do believe. Oh, hey. It starts swinging wildly like that, just let it come to a stall. Slow down. Or switch to driving and just lower it to the ground when it looks about flat. Like that. That way it'll kind of settle down and you can pick it back up and then let it shake out. Another thing you can do is kind of do that number as well. I don't like doing that though. I like to use my tracks. Way we can. Ooh, that was a really close one. So what I'm looking at is how much clearance do I have on the right. It's like, am I going to be able to fit? This is where, like, cameras are your friends. So I don't think I'm going to be able to fit. Oops. So let's go like that. And let's lower the boom. Like that. Okay, so let's switch to that camera. Actually, you know what? That's right on the numbers. That's beautiful. I couldn't have planned that better. So gently bring your arms down. And then gently close your bucket and keep monitoring. If it starts moving, like if that trailer starts moving, then you know you need to stop. So, okay. Let's go ahead and shut off and let's get over here. So I'm going to unhook this, and what we'll do is come back here in just a minute. I want to see, just out of curiosity, can this reach? It can, so that's exactly what I was aiming for. I want that to be able to reach this. So we'll be able to fuel directly off this fuel tanker. And of course, then if we have to refuel the small tank, we can do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and unhook this, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in the first items for the Tier 3 plant, for the actual wash plant. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we're back real quick because I just brought in the first item we're going to put in, which is our duplex jigs. I like to build this from the ground up, literally. Now, as I said before, you want to make sure you do things, pick things up the right way. Think about how you're going to do the building, or like setting everything up, and then position yourself in that manner. So, in this instance, this machine here, we want it to line up with the see, is that good enough? Yeah, it should be good enough. We want this opening right here to face into the excavation pit itself. So this needs to face away from the back of the hill. Alright, we'll hook this up, and now it's going to be like all jumpy here. It may not actually let me hook this one up though. Okay, we need to lift the arm and then lower the arm. There we go. That should be good enough. Well, I say that. Alright, which cable are you? You're the back corner. Okay, that's what we want. Now remember, when you hook up, it's going to jump. So be ready for that. There we go. So I just want to make sure that I position everything that I do in the right manner, the way I want it to be orientated. So that way, when we take it out there, there's no guesswork. It's just going to drop right in. Okay. Now that we have it hooked up, we'll go ahead and lift it. This you can actually get away with a small, like a 4-meter cable, but yeah. And you notice that big pillar over there? That's where we're going. So we'll come back once we're over there. Alright guys, we're pretty close. I'm going to have to rotate because we're running out of room here. But there's our pillars. You'll notice there's 2 individual beacons because we can put 2 duplex jigs in. Now I like to go over the hill. Like I said, I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. So we're going to literally come up over top, switch to bucket cam mode. That way we can kind of track this as we go across. Now you don't have to be super accurate, but don't fall off the cliff. Be ready to hit your space key if need be. Okay, there. Now I lower this, you're all the way open, right? Yeah. So I lower this, it should be like all the way out there. Now when it gets close, once it gets in its place and it's almost perfectly lined up right, it'll automatically snap. There we go. Then you can just pull your cables up, and there you go. That's all there is to it. Now why do we have to do it the other way with the generator and the fuel tank? Is because these don't actually have a place in the map. They're non-positioned. Oh yes, I know. They have no actual position. So because of that, you really have the freedom to put them where you want. Alright, well, I'm going to get the next duplex jig. We'll set that in, and then we'll come back when we're ready to put the next component of the wash plant together. Alright guys, we're back, and now we're hooking up the sluice box. This is the T-DJs. Now what you want to pay attention to, one side says in, the other side says out. And it's on both sides. The outside is what's going to connect to the duplex jig. The inside comes from the trommel, so you need to make sure that on your positioning that you get those two set the way you want them. Oops. Now this one you don't actually need to do too much. It's because it's such a small little piece. And as before, we can see the beacons telling us where to go. But this, I can't stress this enough. It's so easy to get these two flipped around. These pieces flipped around, and they are, like with everything else, they're incredibly annoying to reflip. These are ones that I actually flipped around, and I tried to cross-tangle the cables, maybe to spin it, but the game doesn't recognize that, so it basically picked it up as it's being picked up now. These are definitely objects that can be picked up with a 4-meter hook and be fine, but again, it's like everything we're doing, we pretty much need the 5 meters anyway, and it gets real annoying changing out pieces, so the 5 meters fine. Now, the only downside is getting over this hill. For some reason, the game doesn't like this hill. So, just like before, we're just going to come over here. I've moved my truck down there, by the way. I don't think we had seen that yet. We're going to do another thing here while we're here. Okay, you should be good. Alright, so go to bucket camera so that way you can see. Oops. And just going to bring it in. There you go. And that's all there is to it. So, let's go ahead and shut that off, and we're going to look at this thing. As you see, a whole lot's going on down here now. So, you can see that there are 6 mats for this. This uses minor moss. It's not the same as your hog pan mats. And I happen to have a trailer full of, miner moss and some buckets. On the duplex jigs, we're going to take a bucket, put it in under each port. Like so. Okay, so these basically are just like with the mobile wash plant. What will end up is a 50-50 bucket, 50% magnetite, 50% gold slurry, or concentrated slurry, but we get it times 2. The miner moss, just like before, we're just going to come up here, and then, drop it and watch it roll down. There you go. You'll see it turns like that, and you know you're good. Yeah. Now there's one more component to this. It's not just about putting the miner moss in. You need one more component that goes over top of that, and that's in my little trailer over there. So let's grab 2 more there. Whoop. There we go. 2 more of you, and we're good to go. 1 more. Yeah. There it goes. Alright, so the other component you're going to need, you'll see that they're lit up, but there's something hidden that we can't see, and that's these guys. These are miner grills. And you'll need 3 for each sluice box you have. So we'll take that, and you'll see there. Oh. There we go. They light up, and there you go. I don't know why that one popped out of the trailer, but it did. So we'll grab that one. And at its most basic setup, this is what you should have at the bottom. Wrong. You should have 3 miner grills, 6 sluice or miner mosses, and your duplex jig with 2 buckets underneath. Okay, that's your most basic setup. Now I still need to do the other side and get that set up, then we'll be ready to work on the trommel. So we'll come back in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we're back real quick. Something weird happened. My power plant disappeared. That is strange. It's gone. What? Oh, you know what? I must have accidentally transferred it back on accident. Oh, man. That's alright. You know what? We can put it in last. It's not a big deal. So next what we're going to do is grab our trommel since we're here. Transport that. Thank God. I almost thought... because remember, like, in the beginning, we lost the power cable. And we got our fuel, by the way. We lost the power cable in the beginning. So when I went to bed because it was 2200, and I thought, okay, wait a minute, where'd it go? That's weird, it's gone. Now something else that's weird, I don't see the icons anymore. Now remember that happened on the mobile wash plant too, and for that all I had to do is move the mobile wash plant to fix it, but I don't even see it on the mobile wash plant either. But yeah, I don't see that here. And now the other way to fix it's to reset. So, alright, trommel. So when we pick this guy up, we want to first locate its power. The power plug. And I think it's on this side, actually. Yeah. Okay, that's the hooks. Okay, so there's the out. Wait. No out. Okay, so that comes from the... Okay, let's get on this side. Okay, so... No. This one just says no. Trommel. No out, pointing this way. And it's just cut. Okay, so no out. So this is the input. So yeah, we want it on this side. I don't see the power plug for this thing. Usually I just look for the power plug, but I don't see a power plug. like, at all. We'll figure it out. That is the right way, though. You want the motor facing you, so you want the motor facing the back of the hillside. Alright, so just lower this down. Oops. Okay, and so I know in the older Arnold version, it actually has a power plug. I've seen the power plug. I'm guessing it might be this box here. We'll figure it out. Hook onto the eyelets, of course. I love how it spins, like just free spins. Alright, we'll come back here in a few minutes once we get into position out at the wash plant. Oh, God, I always do that. Alright, there we go. We can actually see already, it shows us the beacon. So we'll come back here in a few moments once we're in position. Alright guys, here we come. Don't need to go too far with this. There we go. Ah, there it is. So now it shows up. So there's the power plug. Okay. So it won't show up until it's actually locked into position. Gotcha. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, where is the power plug on this thing? Alright, so the next thing we're going to want to tackle is the... I'm trying to think if I could actually fit in here. But you know what? That's kind of off to the side. I'm just going to say maybe the S rocks. I don't know if I can fit this in the shaker spot successfully. That would be the easiest way. I've never actually, I always just go sideways to it. If I could fit down this, it would actually be the easiest. And no, you will not fit. Okay. Worth a shot. So next will be S rocks, which goes at the end over there. Oh, no, we need to do the ST still. The ST sluice. While we're up here on this side. So let's grab that real quick. So ST sluice. Ah, crud. See what happened? I accidentally moved this. Let's back out. So I thought I clicked on this side, and then I was so quick I accidentally hit this. There we go. And that's probably what happened with the generator. I want to make sure before we run over to the ST sluice that this is indeed actually still here. Yes, they are. Okay, so the icons are showing. Whew. Alright, so we'll come back here in a moment once we have the ST sluice back in its position. Just like before, it has an out and an inside. So we want the outside of this to be facing the trommel. The inside needs to be on this side. So I want the inside on the left of the excavator. So we'll be back in here in a few minutes. So despite my best efforts, this is end up being another two-parter. But we got a lot of it done today. Let me drop it in the ST sluice here in a moment. Actually, this was really easy to pick up, by the way. I just drove right up to it. It was already aligned perfectly. So pull up right about here-ish. That should be good. And then switch, and then should be able to drop that right in. There we go. Nice. Looky there. Oh, wait, what? That's got 4 fills on it now. How interesting. Okay, so anyways, yeah, this is going to end up being another two-parter. But we've got a lot of it done. We got the duplex jigs in, the DTJ sluice, the trommel, and the ST sluice. All that's left for the basic setup is the shaker and the S-rocks. And then technically this entire thing's ready to run. Now we're also going to be adding in the conveyor and the conveyor catch and all that. But I'm also going to move the power back as well. That's the other thing, because I screwed that up. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that now since I screwed that up. There we go. Unfortunately, I have to do it all over again. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll come back next time. We're going to finish moving in the components to finish this entire system off. And then we're going to start running our power and our water, as well as running the drilling machine, which I kind of hoped we would have got to today, but that didn't happen. So, until next time, Mr. Simple Majority signing off. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Hello everyone, Mr. Simple Majority here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Gold Rush. Alright guys, so I got the power generator back. I'm now working on putting the the S-Rock sluice. So this just needs to make sure inside is proper and all that. Since we can't just reach across, we'll just do this. Kind of just wiggle that into position there. It's actually quite an easy piece to put in, so there we go. Alright. All that's left now is the shaker for the basic. Now we're going to enhance it with the conveyor system, but again, all you need to run it is the shaker. If you're going to do the front loader, maybe you didn't get as lucky as I did on the gold and so forth, and can't afford, oh come on, climb that hill baby, can't afford the conveyor system, then by all means just go with the front loader. And that where we just passed, that's where you offload with the front loader. So let's drop out here and let's grab our shaker and make sure we don't transport anything else on accident back. There we go. Alright, cool. So let me get that hooked up. Now, oh yeah, when we get out there, we'll talk about it, because there's positioning things we have to consider with this thing. So, we'll come back here in just a few minutes once we reach it. Alright guys, we're kind of back. I'm sitting here looking at it, thinking about it, and I've got an idea. So, the right side of this machine, the right side of this is the shaking part, I think. And it's so hard to tell without the, it's very hard to tell without the whatchamacallit. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I need to actually approach from the other side. So what I'm looking for is this, the hose. That's actually the power connection. The hose is right there. We want this to be facing away from this side. We want it facing the camper. So what we'll do is come around this way, because my idea is just drive up straight up the middle and drop it. Let's open our box up there. So like that-ish. Maybe a little more. We'll know as we're coming in, yeah, a little more. That's pretty good. Okay. Now this is where it gets fun. So we switch to digging and lower the cables down. Then we got to lower the whole thing down as best as we can. Like that. Then what we're going to do is miss, then miss again. Okay, if you screw up like this, just jump out. You want to be on this rail. And you can jump up here at some point. Oh my god, seriously? Oh, these hitbox are collisions. There we go. What we want to do is jump up over top the bucket and land on the machine. Then we can grab our cables and start hitching. There we go. And you may have to kind of crouch and such to get to it. These, we're going to jump over the blade and then fall off. Try that again. You want to save yourself some trouble with these last two. There you go. And there we go. Alright, that's hooked up. Let's just run around the excavator for good measure. Okay, raise the arm. And open the bucket. That's all there is to it. And then twist unnecessarily. Alright. So the right... Now the right side is going to face the camper and the power generator, and that is the correct way. And you can see the outline up there. So just always think about this. Power and water needs to face your camper on this machine. And that's, I think it's true with the other two, the upgraded versions as well. So we'll do this slow ride. Because this is like the last piece of the basic Tier 3. Now, yes, we still have to do the conveyor and the conveyor catch and all that, but yeah, we're actually going to, we'll get everything in position first, and then I'm going to move the excavator down towards the edge of the slope, and then we will, oh, come on, turn. Then we'll start connecting everything up and fire up our drilling machine. Alright, there we go. Locks right in. And that, my friends, is the basic Tier 3 setup. Right there. That's what it looks like. It's your wash plant right there. Outstanding. Looks very good. We just need to connect up our power and our water and all that good stuff, and we are ready to rock and roll. Now, the duplex jigs do not require any power at all. Or no, sorry, no, they do require power. They don't require water, is what I was trying to get at. Now, here's what's interesting. So, essentially, dirt goes in here, gets mixed with water, shaken, big boulders fall out through here. Smaller boulders and rocks and such fall in here, then drop into the trommel, and then go through here. But this only requires power. It doesn't actually need water or anything. Then it comes down through the sluice box and over the mats and grills, and then into the duplex jig, which also requires no water. I think there's something missing here in the translation, but whatever. If it works, it works. That's all that matters, right? Right. Alright, so the last two pieces we need to pick up from this is the conveyor belt and then the conveyor belt's container. And then we are good to go. So let's come back here in a few minutes once I have the conveyor, and wow, that thing's huge. And that might be a 7 meter. But once we have it over here ready to put it in, then we'll come back. Alright guys, that's it. It's the last component. And that conveyor wasn't actually all that bad to hook up. I was able to grab the cables pretty much right away and put it into position and so forth. Very simple piece. It's kind of easy to figure that one out. Same with this. I just kind of like by process of elimination, you notice there's the rectangle sticks out further on this side, so I kind of figured this is the alignment of it. So, alright, there we go. That's it. We have everything hooked up now. Oops, and I'm still on digging digging mode. There. So let's park this down here. And actually, before we do, Yeah, you know what? We can park it down there, and I can just pick up the component, the cables and such from the with the pickup truck because we got to get everything we have gathered up. We got to go out there, pick up all the ore washing plant stuff and these hoses and all that so forth, and pull it in. So, and I actually still have quite a bit of money left from my loan. So what I'm thinking is to buy the giant electric water pump. Yeah, I think that'll solve all our water needs. So let's coil you up and then bring you down like so. Okay. Brakes on, shut that engine off. Oh wow. Okay, so where'd I park my truck? Oh yeah, it's up here. So there it is, fully completed. Nice. Now we're going to need a lot of power and so forth, and we're actually going to use splitters, because like the jig can actually be split. But we also need to figure out how everything is going to lay out down here. Because I do want to have the wave table and stuff, all that stuff down here. So, grab the trailer here. Gotta wonder, it'd be worth... Yeah, I could drive like that. I gotta wonder if we could paint the mining machines and so forth. That'd be kind of cool. Why aren't you lighting up? Why aren't you lighting up? You should be lighting up. Oh, you know what? I know why. I'm pretty sure I know why. Yep. Because the hitch was too high. There. Okay. So let me do this. Let me gather all the components up from around the camp. And we'll come back here in just a few minutes once we're back here at the base of the wash plant. Alright guys, we're back. Just a bit of housekeeping. I got pretty much everything where I wanted, but I'm not quite done yet. You see I've already brought in the small excavator and the dump truck. So the small excavator, when we get enough workers, we're actually going to use it and the wash plant, and that'll bring us gold in. This is day 3, and I'm still not done. Told you, so much has to be set up. But I'm also going overboard. Kind of like overboard. Well, yeah, really, I am going overboard. Anywho, so a little bit of housekeeping. This magnetite trailer is full, so we need to empty it. And to do that, we need to come over here to this graded area. Just pull on top of it. Put your brake on. And then come back to the back. Pull the handle. There you go. And that's it. You don't get a lot of money out of this, so... No. Don't be like, I'm a magnetite farmer. No, that doesn't work. So let's take a look what we got going on here. We're going to hook up connections and all that. I still have to move tractors and such. Get things in a position for our next full segment. But I do want to show you guys what we're up to here. So what I did, because the duplex jig produces 2 buckets worth of mix that has to be sorted and separated. So I could, in theory, just basically run one magnetite separator and essentially just sit there and wait for long periods of time. Or I could speed that process up by running 4 magnetite separators. And that's what I did. So, oh, stop. There. Boy, that went crazy. Let's drop you off, so we'll put our magnetite trailer right here. I'm not worried about anything in this area. This is like all low yield stuff. Let's go ahead and make connections, and then we're going to get things set up so that we can try to find some actual gold. So, Let's just talk about this real quick, though. So we have two Nugginators. Right here. Yeah. Because these will hold 6 of those minor mosses. So, 2 sluices, 2 sets. Of course, buckets on each. Of course, we have our 4 magnetite separators. And they're all hooked up. Now, unfortunately, I was going to do this with everything on the main generator. I can't. So all that is hooked up down here is literally the magnetite separators, the nugginators, the wavetable. The duplex jigs are upstairs, so that's all that's hooked up on this. And I still have one free power cord, so I could do like technically 2 because I had the small, whatchamacallit there. So I could put a couple of work lights down here if I wanted to, and I probably will. That is a whole heap of icons, ain't it, y'all? Let's head upstairs and let's take a look at what's going on up here. So we can go ahead and make our connections. So first, we have the duplex jig cables. These are right here. They just run off small cables. And it's more enough to reach up here. So I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. And there we go. So it'll actually say duplex jig. Do this one as well. And there we go. If we come inside the trailer, we will actually see that it says duplex jig. And there we go, that thing's full. And by the way, it takes 10% of this to fill this thing up. And remember, that's a huge tank, so 10% of that's pretty good heaping of this. Alright, so let's go ahead and hook up our water. And that's going to need to be on the big cable. There we go, big water pump. Nice. Over here, we're going to need to connect the trommel. Okay. And that will go, so we have, way I want this to work is conveyor. So right here, essentially. Next, we'll hook up our shaker. I missed. There we go. So shaker's now connected. Also, while we're at it, we need to hook up the water for the shaker, which we're hooking here because we have the big pump and the 4-way split. Nice. Next, we need to grab our power for the conveyor. And that goes there. And then finally, the collector. Oops. There we go. And that is all our power systems. Everything is now connected and ready to rock and roll. Just verify that. Yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Alright, so everything's set up and ready to move. We can go ahead and get started with trying to find gold. And to do that, we're going to need that drilling machine. So let me get that set up. And I also need, like I said, I need to move the small excavator over here by the ore washing plant. These actually don't need to be connected to anything. That's the weird thing. I can actually go in here and hire workers. So right now there's only one worker. Yeah. That's available, so his workload's pretty high. I'm going to go ahead and hire that dude. So $1,000. And I can assign him to Old Arnold's. I can send him on the hog pan, mobile wash, big excavator, drilling machine, duplex jig, trommel, shaker, dump truck, and so on. So I'm not going to assign him to anything just yet because I want to get another worker. I will then assign one to the small excavator and one to the ore washing plant, and they will start producing gold on their own. So let me come back here in just a moment. Let me get things set up and see what we can find. Alright guys, we're back and got the drilling machine up. So I've been doing some sample drillings. I wanted to see like how much of an effect that was having. There's still quite a bit of gold in 117, and pretty much all that's left of 117 is this. I can't check 118 though. But yeah, there's still quite a bit of gold, like in this area here. But this is where we were digging at, pretty much. So 118 is completely underneath there. 17's pretty much gone. 116 is the edge. 91 through 93 is the edge. I didn't check 118 or 143, but we're looking for gold. Look here. This is 140. So there's 483 total ounces of gold. There's a 21% rich spot. Drilling depth of 9.6 meters. So you're looking at here, it's 1.34 ounces, and so forth. Now I should point out here, there is no, like, we can't tell, because as we drill, let's say we just start digging 140 here, as we go down, it's going to start reducing because we're pulling the gold out of the ground. So we can't use these as definitives. I don't know what these were before, so I want to check 139, 141, 165. Now I know 116 is no good. So what I'm going to do is I want 140, 139, 165, and 115. We're going to check all four of these and see what's going on here. So since we're already pointed this way, release our parking brake. We'll pull forward into the square. Put our parking brake back on, and then press the F key. The drill will go all the way down. Once it comes to a stop, you can go ahead and retract it. And now we will get a scan. Once it's completely reset, we can open our map and check it again. So there's 140, and we can see this is a dead spot. So let's go ahead and release our brake. We're going to go over to 139 and check it. Alright, and then we'll do 115. Sometimes what I like to do when I do this is go like in a cross, and then from there, like if I say 115 and what are we on? 139 show yield plus 140, then therefore 114 may have a yield as well. Alright, oh, looky there. In fact, boom. 619.91 ounces, depth of 9 meters is the max. Right there, 139. So let's check 115. And then we'll see if 115 is showing a pretty decent yield, then we'll check 114. Seems to me this little guy's gotten a little quicker. Alright. I love how when he gets done, you can actually see a little drill hole. Or maybe not. Maybe that was just open beta. Alright, so 115 is showing pretty decent yields. Let's check 114. So just because you check one square doesn't mean, okay, I'm going to start digging here, because this is going to help you to determine which way you want to dig. So right now I'm looking at 139, 114. We'll check 138 next, because that was the highest yield point. And if this comes out to be a decent yield point, then we'll check 113 as well. Oops, I didn't let it reset. There we go. So 114 is showing extremely good yield as well, but it's between 3.5 and 8.5 meters. That is 627 ounces. Let's go ahead and pull to 113. This is going to be an area, you see we're already having trouble getting in here. This is going to be an area where we're going to need something like a front loader for, so I don't think it's going to let us dig it. We'll try. If for some reason you can't reach or it's not working right, you will get a pop-up message saying it's unable to do it. So, and it would have happened when the drill hit the bottom. So we'll need a front, like a bulldozer, to level this out. Let's check this, and looky there, another one, and that's real rich. From 3.1 or 3.0 down to 8.1. Even a little bit of a yield right here on the surface too. Huh. All right, let's pull into 1839. We'll check that, and then we'll figure out our plan. Because obviously we can't dig. I'm thinking from 141 maybe. Or we'll start here at 139. Let's see what this shows up. It should be like a high yield, yeah. So it's showing a really another decent yield right through here. So it's not the best. Is it the best? Okay, so amount of gold in the ground, that's like a level 3. But when we switch to this mode, it shows us that it's like ultra high. So this would be ultra high yield. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to approach from, let's go to 141 and check it. Rotate. This might be a tight fit, actually. So what I'm thinking is, I already checked 165, right? Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start tackling from right here into 140 to get that yield. And then maybe I want to maybe save this. Maybe I'm going to hit this, because that's a pretty decent yield. It's not like an amazing yield, but it's a decent yield. And it should let me save up some money to go ahead and purchase the front loader. So, okay, after I pay my debts off, that's the other thing. So yeah, 141 is no good. I must have really got lucky or something, or I just dug up a lot of that gold. So, alright, so the tackle plan is to go at 140 from 165. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. First, let's park view right here. Let's shut the engine off. Go ahead and hop in this guy. And before we start it, we're going to go to our gold map. And we're going to click on 140. And then we're going to click on toggle square. Okay, so that should be good, yeah. Now when I turn it off and look, we will see a square on the ground. Alright, so let's roll out there. Ever so slowly. And there's our square. So we now see where we're going to be digging at. That is our goal right there. So we'll line up on that square. Come on, baby. You can do it. Climb that hole. Or hill. There you go. Next, we need to go to digging mode, and we need to open our bucket so we can see our swing. And then pull down as far as we can. So right about there-ish, thinking. Yeah. Okay, so right about there. Right there. Okay. So that's going to be our swing spot. Next, we need. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We're not even. Okay, so there's our first target spot. Okay, next. Oops. Right there. Park and brake on, so I don't accidentally do it. Okay. Next, we need to. Okay, that's good. And now, swing that. Oh. Swing the bucket closed. Right. There. Okay, so what that does is let me set up for the dump truck. So we can hop. This may take a minute, but we can hop into the dump truck without actually going to the dump truck. There we are. Yeah, it's got a nice pivot to it, so be ready for it. Okay, what are the controls again? R, bed up. F, bed down. Pretty straightforward. Okay. I think I need to rethink this because I don't want to run in that pit on accident. So let's go this way. So this will be my entry point, I guess. Yeah. That should be good right there. All right. Did I put my parking brake on? Pretty sure I did. I'm so good at that. Yep. There. All right. So let's swing this thing on. And let's get some dirt. So we'll start on that corner there. Open our bucket all the way up. And we can pitch it like that. We can see like how much fill. That's 11%. Oops. I went too fast. So if I get a good full grab, then 11% or so is the like the full bucket. So let's fill this thing up and we'll dump it in and we'll start the ore washing plant up to see how that works. Did it again. Went too quick. Yeah, there's a weird graphics thing happening, so not 100% sure on that. Yeah, a little spill out. It's okay if you get a little spill out. This would have spillouts like that would have annoyed me on the wash plant because it's like you want big poles. So, but here, because it's like we're filling up this, we're not even processing. It doesn't bother me as much. This is like the most horrible grabs I've ever done, but you know what? It's going to get the job done. My usual grabs are like just so delicate and nice, and get a nice smooth shot going. So now, fair warning, I've only backed up or run this dump truck like twice, and that was the open beta, and then that's as far as I got. So it's 97%. I'm going to show you how to nudge out just a bit of pay dirt without losing pay dirt, because you're going to get that warning. So just gently. Yep, there you go. Alright, we'll shut this off. Hop back into our dump truck here. Let's haul this into the machine. Be ready for some very slow climbs with this thing. It is not fast at all. So what I'm going to do is rotate around here. Try to get this as lined up as possible. Alright. So used to like American Truck Simulator. Alright, there we go. So we'll go ahead and raise the bucket up. There we go. Look at that. So as you see, it gets 87% with one dump truck load. Okay, so just put that down. We'll go ahead and shut that off. And let's go start everything up for the first time. So I want to disconnect the conveyor belt container and conveyor belt for the moment, because we need to power up this water generator, and it won't do it until we actually have power to it. You know what? We don't even need to do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm so used to doing the other stuff so long, it's now like I don't even think the fact that all I have to do is go in here, push the button that says big water pump. There we go. Now we can flip that on, so we got water to there, and we should have water all the way through down there. Yes. Awesome. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and start firing everything up. So we're going to start the shaker and the trommel first, the conveyor belt, and then the conveyor belt container, and the duplex jigs. So we can see down here, so in a minute here we should actually see this going down. It is. And you see it's filling in here. And down here we're getting production. Nice. Look at that. We'll see how much 75% gets us. Now, the shaker and the trommel are not the most efficient ways to gain gold. However, money reasons and so forth, we can't go any further. So, you see those rocks shooting out of there. This is just a good chance to say, yes, we are good to go here, yeah. And okay, so the collector is empty. Still processing dirt up here. About 10% now, 9. So we're going to get roughly about 6% on the buckets and stuff down here. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we we really can't even see because there's just not enough going on here yet. So anyway, the whole idea of the system is once I've got these buckets to 100%, then I can come down here, flip the generator on. I can turn off this up here, which I need to, just to conserve fuel. All right. Shut. Stop. 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 And finally, the water pump. So I can literally, once everything's done, come up here, shut everything down, and collect the buckets, put them into start the generator here up, put the buckets into the magnetite separators, fill them up, and then go to the wave table and sort it out. So that's the idea. And yeah, I'm still kind of bogged at the wave table, but it's not like a huge deal to me. So, all right, guys, it's going to do it, but I'm going to leave you one extra thing here because I saw this, and I'm looking here. So you notice there's these 4 fill icons. Why do those exist? Well, when I was in the tent looking for or getting parts and such, I noticed this. Sluice box crate. If you want even more gold, attach up to 4 sluice box crates to the sluice box. When full, it will mix with gold and dirt mix, empty with your little shovel. So remember that little shovel? That's what this is for. It's $13,000, so I kind of don't want this at the moment. I don't know how to get out of it. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to get that. Well, I guess I could. You know what? Let's get it. That takes a lot of space, too. So, using the system here, you use the arrows to set how many you want, and you press the plus button to add it. Then go to checkout, and there you go. I'm guessing my pickup truck's still sitting down here. Now, I'm not going to hook these up for now. The reason why is I've already started, and I didn't even think about it. Just literally clicked in my head. That's what those grates are for. So what we'll do is we'll wait till our mats are saturated and so forth. And when that occurs, then we'll go ahead and, once we wash the mats out, then we'll go ahead and install those grates. So, alright guys, for now, this is Mr. Simple Majority. What I'll do is we'll come back next time. Once between the episodes, I'm going to work on getting these buckets all full and these mats all full, and we'll see what we get as a one payout. For now, this is Mr. Simple Majority signing off. Thanks for watching. Take care.